Hello, welcome to Hidden Gems. My name is Arden Thomas. I'm the Cincom Smalltalk product manager. Hidden Gems is where we show you capabilities of the product you may not be aware of, but we think you will benefit from. So this screencast is about puzzles and games built in Smalltalk, Cincom Smalltalk. If you have any comments or suggestions or requests, please send those to myself, Arden Thomas, athomas@cincom.com. So since recently we've done some things involving the 15 puzzle, and in the past we've done another puzzle, the 2048 game puzzle, and also the Tetris-like game in the past, I found some recent information that I wanted to share. So you may think of puzzles as just a way to pass time or even kill time, but they can be very instructive in problem solving, creative thinking. And as we showed recently, if you want to learn software application development, we walk a person through that does not know Smalltalk. They may even be new to software development, how to build the 15 puzzle application. And we walk through a whole lot of topics, what object-oriented is, what Smalltalk syntax looks like, the basics of it to get you up to speed. It's called a quick start guide, and it gets you up to speed as quickly as possible. So if you're not a Smalltalk developer, or you know somebody who's not a Smalltalk developer, or you're not even a developer, please check it out. So recently I came across a podcast. I listened to a lot of podcasts by a gentleman named Tim Ferriss, and he's an author of several books, and he does a lot of interviews with very prominent people from all different disciplines to find out, kind of best practices, best ideas, how these people do it, what their thinking is. Really, really successful interviewer, and I really enjoy and get a lot of good information from interviews from fields that are totally unrelated to anything I'm interested in. So the interview is right here, and it's with a gentleman named A.J. Jacobs, who is also an author, and his most recent book is The Puzzler. And he talks about the value of puzzles, the history of puzzles, just all kinds of information that I thought was really interesting. But briefly mentioned in it is the 15 puzzle. We saw this before, the 15 puzzle, where you can move pieces around, and the objective is to put all the pieces in sequential order, 1 through 15. It can be done. However, there are some board layouts, as I learned in this interview, there are some board layouts that cannot be solved. Now, another hidden gems we've done in the past, and actually we even had a contest on it. Here's a very basic version of this game that I put together called the 2048 puzzle. And basically if you notice if I press the right arrow, it'll add these two, and then if I do it again, it'll add the 4 and the 4, etc. And what the maximum value you can get is 2048. So that is the goal, if you can reach it, of reaching 2048. And a lot of the structure of this is similar, since it's a 4x4 grid with the 15 puzzle. Also, and we have a hidden gems on this, and we have a hidden gems on this. It may be very old. I may redo one on a Tetris-like game where, let's see if I can enact this here. So if you have a puzzle piece, you can move it by pressing the up. You can spin it around. So and if you press the down arrow, it drops into place. So let's change that, slide that over, and push it down. And once it's all filled in, that level disappears. Let's flip this one over and drop it down right there. Let's slide this one over, drop it down, etc. The classic Tetris game. And you can we share the code for this, so you can take it, modify it, enjoy it. Let's see if I press escape, it pauses it. Let's take a quick look at a couple things. We noted before the 15 puzzle is largely just a few. This is just the only 4 classes: the application, the model, the piece, and the view for the 15 puzzle, which we've gone through. You can often tell how it's structured just by looking at the initialize. So for the app, we can see that there is a model and a view. Now you may recall there's something called Model View Controller that was built and used in Smalltalk, especially in its pioneering days. There's been some modifications to those over the years, but it's been a framework that's been very useful to a lot of languages, and it was pioneered with or built first into Smalltalk. So you might ask something like, well, where's the controller here? And the controller access, basically any keyboard input, is just tied in right here, where we get the up, down, left, right arrow keys from event values, and we tell the model what to do. The model makes the change to the model, and it through the change mechanism, the model basically says, I've changed, and the view responds. The view responds, and essentially, let's see, the updating is right here. The update, it says, hey, if my board says I've changed, I invalidate this, which redisplays it, and we redisplay the grid and the puzzle pieces so that enacts any movement. If we go to the 2048, this is three classes here. Again, if we go to the app, look at the initialize, we have a model. And a view. Again, the controller information is captured right here. My key arrows, up, down, left, right, and we tell the model what to do. It does its thing and then says I've changed, and the view redisplays itself through the standard mechanisms right here. Tetris is a little more involved, maybe. We have a Tetris app, and we may cover this more in an upcoming screencast, how this is put together. But again, a model and a view. This is standard architecture for developing things in Smalltalk. And of course, we have a number of pieces, and the pieces know how to display themselves, how to color themselves, and the model will know when you get a solid line across the bottom with all the pieces filled in to essentially remove that from the board. So that is some new information. Again, an interview with a person who explores puzzles. We've built some puzzles. If you are a new Smalltalker, we show you, we walk you through every step of building the 15 puzzle. We can also show you something similar, the 2048 puzzle. Of course, if you want to take the next step is that you can experiment with some heuristics or types of artificial intelligence to solve these programmatically, which is a challenge and also a lot of fun. So you can do that with these, especially with these 2 puzzles, and I'd recommend that, looking at that if that is of interest to you. And we basically set you up with everything you need to get moving with that. So enjoy the interview. Maybe take a look at the information the book has for you. And until next time, have a great time with Cincom Smalltalk and enjoy the puzzles. Thank you.